Hey, it's Captain Roger. Day 44. Let's go for a walk. You know, yesterday we were talking about how some of the folks among the Israelites setting out from Mount Sinai started to grumble about eating manna all the time. And they created this poisonous undercurrent in the midst of a crowd of people who were trying to learn how to walk with God. Their constant badgering and whining was so pervasive that Moses even wished he was dead rather than having to listen to the yammering. But God said he'd deal with it, which is where we're at today. And God tackled the problem from two directions. First, he appointed a group of elders to assist Moses. 70 of them, in fact. Moses kept saying the burden of leading alone was too much to bear, so God arranged for the help that he needed. I think that's a blessing. I could use some help too, but probably only need like 7 folks, not 70. Anyway, the other thing that God did is change up their food. He said, hey, if getting gourmet meals in the wilderness isn't good enough anymore, I'll bring in some meat. Quail, in fact. And he says he's bringing in a lot of quail. 30 days worth for everyone. Or, as God says, I'm sending enough for you to eat until it comes out your nose. That's actually in the Bible, by the way. People always think I'm making stuff like this up, but I don't need to because it's in there. God says he's sending them meat to eat for 30 days until it comes out their nose and they're sick of it. Now, overnight, a wind blew all these quail out into the camp and around the camp. So many that they were a meter deep in some places, and we're told that the flock actually stretched a day's walk in every direction. And seeing this, the people went gathering, and they spent 2 days and a night picking up quail. It says in the text that no one gathered less than 10 homers, which means a lot of people probably gathered more than 10 homers. How much is a homer? It's as much as a donkey could carry. So everyone went out and gathered up the equivalent of a dozen shopping carts full of quail. Dead quail, because when you gather one, you have to wring its neck. Otherwise, they hop out of their shopping cart and fly away. So now each person has these hundreds of dead quail. Now, God had sent them enough for a month, but they killed them all in 2 days. And the Lord was ticked off. He had provided what he promised, but they wasted it. They squandered it. They didn't trust that he would provide meat the way that he said, even after months of manna showing them that God could and would do exactly as he promised. And those who did this, those who were part of this gathering, they became ill. Not all of them, but enough of them to make a point. So sick that they actually died. This place became known as the Glutton Cemetery. Here's a name for you. Now, what does this teach us about walking with God? Well, how about this? Be careful what you ask for. Or maybe be respectful of what you're given. Or perhaps don't eat yourself to death. These are all good lessons, I think. But how about these? Remember, nothing is impossible for God. And he always does what he promises he will. Can't go wrong when we hold on to those ideas. And I better finish my walk. I've gone on a little long today. But I'll catch you tomorrow. Grace and peace to you.